1, 2, 3, 4. Drifting ship, I took a look inside. I found a note that someone wrote that said, take her for a ride. I set a course for sights unseen and out to open sea. To my surprise, a bunch of sailors joined along with me. Now we're sailing on the mystery ship, and all the sailors here are really here. There isn't any cost membership. All that you gotta do is join our trip. Yeah, I'm the captain of the mystery ship, and I'm a-calling all aboard this trip. I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy it upon the mystery ship. So bring a friend and come along with us aboard the mystery ship.
Holy smokes, it's been so long. Been so long since I did this. I'm trying to remember how the hell it goes. Seriously. But seriously, folks, okay, a little adjustment on the camera. Yeah, it's good enough for a Friday night, or excuse me, a Sunday night. I guess you can tell your brother Zoe is still coming back from the whole thing. It is pretty amazing to look around and see that I am now streaming on 5 different channels. That for me is an accomplishment. This is a guy who couldn't figure out how to broadcast 2 years ago, and now I'm on 5 channels. So that's a good thing. Let us just take a quick peek around the horn, shall we? Welcome aboard the mystery ship. I am your brother Zosodude. We are live over at, yes, we are live over at Rumble. I see T. Cross in there. Great to see you, my brother. Thank you for all your help. You are a mystery man and a wonderful friend. Thank you kindly. We are live at YouTube. That is a wonderful thing. Gray Bear, Victoria Lee, Florida Life, Norma Williams, Peggy Dancer. Look at that. Mud Wabbit. You wascally wabbit. Great to see you. Willie Fix It in the house. Well, that is Enrique Alvarado. Wonderful. Wonderful to see that I am back up and running over there. That is groovy. That is groovy. How about our wonderful home, the home of free speech in America? That would be Pilled Foxhole, and damn it, we are live there. We are live. Yes, indeed. I'm seeing Crazy Chuck with a K, my brother who I met. Great to see him in person. Good to have you aboard. LT, another sailor that I met along the road, another fine friend. I got my shoes. Thank you, brother. Thank you kindly. I was only 1 day into my trip. Folks, I was only 1 day into my trip when I decided to spend the night at a friend's house. I crashed with at LT's place, so his wonderful and warm hospitality, the ice cold water the minute I walked in the door, and I needed it. It was 100 and freaking something insane over there, 110, I think. Yeah, every bit of 110. And damn it, if I didn't leave my red, white, and blue sneakers at his house, he was kind enough to ship them home to me. I got them, and I thank you, my brother. Joelaine, what are you doing, little lady? Good to have you aboard, always. The leader of the mod squad right there. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Good friends, good whiskey, good loving. Rooster, my man, how are you doing? Great to have you aboard, my friend. I have to say, it is so wonderful to see a name now and know that I met these people, okay? Right behind him, Dave Mick, okay? No longer just a name to me. These are people I met and hung out with, broke bread with. Fantastic. Thanks, both of you gentlemen, for your efforts along the road, taking the time to meet up with me, putting me up, whatever. You guys are the freaking bomb. Great to have you aboard. Great to have you aboard, my friends. Who else we got hanging out over here? Oh, there's more. There is more. Sigurd, the Dragon Slayer in the house. Prairie Fire has made more stickers than any man I ever know. And he's got that great sticker of Dave Mick with his mystery ship shirt on. Good to, first of all, it's fantastic to see Dave Mick up and about. Folks, this is nothing short of divine intervention. Dave? Yeah. It's a pic of Dave serving me some pizza, and that's exactly what he was doing. Dave and LT and I got to share some pizza together that night. It was great. But it's great to see Dave Mick out and about and doing what he needs to do. EO2 Dave in the house. My brother, how are you doing? Victoria, great to see you. Wonderful lady. Another lady I got to meet on the road. My goodness, she put me up for a couple of nights at the 22nd floor of a beautiful hotel in Dallas. just overlooking the entire city. And when the lights go out at night, that downtown area lights up. It was just freaking incredible. Incredible thing to witness. Thank you so much, sister. Goobage. Goobage is in the house. Now, Goobage and Razor, they also fed me, put me up. They even took the next day off of work. They took the next day off of work just so they could hang out with me. And we stayed up way later than they're used to staying up. Thank you guys so much for your hospitality and your friendship. It means the world to me. You are no longer just a name. Goobage was a little, she's like, he took a picture of me with wet hair. I'm like, you look freaking great. Good to see you, Goobage. Thanks for coming by. Sea Blanche is in the house and dropping some love, as is EO2 Dave. Thank you guys so very, very much. It is your support of this program means the world. Prayer Warrior Girl, PWG. Yes, I have to say, it is a pleasure to be back here at my home. I swear, we're going to talk about this in a little bit. Divine intervention is a very, very true thing. Sean Joe in the house spreading the love, as is EO2 Dave. Those guys are, man. And Sea Blanche, the three of them are just having a war over there. Wonderful, wonderful to see you. Trick Pony, another lady that I got to meet when I got up into Maine. What a beautiful time it was. My God, what a beautiful state Maine is. Incredible. Awakened mom. I was so close to you, kiddo. I was so damn close to coming and meeting you. I have to say, it's a little bit of a heartbreak for me that the first half of the trip went so wonderfully, and I got to meet so many freaking people that I thought that the second half of the trip, it would have been like the single greatest outing I had ever accomplished. It's weird. I almost, even though I only made it halfway, I almost made the miles that I normally did previous year. The last few years I went like 8,000, 8,500, 8,600 miles. I was just about to click over 7,000 when I pulled the plug. And we'll talk about that. We will talk about that. Oh, man. Laura Dora in the house. Great to see you. Fazjack is with us. How's it going, little lady? Wonderful to see your smiling face. Paul Thaddeus. Yes, indeed. Good to see you, my friend. I have to say, it was wonderful to meet Trick Pony. What a beautiful lady. And John Rogers. I met John Rogers there in Ohio. Wonderful thing there. Spaz Yeti, baby. He is now sporting a mystery ship shirt after all this time. Got to meet and crash at Spaz's house. Actually had a wonderful night just talking about regular stuff with Spaz and his dad. Actually, his dad and I hit it off pretty well. We're close to the same age. They got a bitchin' brick house in Pennsylvania that I just love that kind of architecture. I love it. Thank you, Spaz, for putting your brother up at a moment's notice. That wasn't the plan. I was supposed to just stop by and see him and continue on into Connecticut, where I was going to crash that night with Willie Fixit and Hannah Michelle. And because I pulled into a hospital and spent nearly 7 hours there, by the time I got to Spaz's house, it was dark and late, and I was 5 hours from Pennsylvania, from Connecticut. Vader in the house. Good to see you. Cynthia. My friend Cynthia. Cynthia and I went for a little motorcycle ride together. That was wonderful. Razor in the house. No longer just a name to me, but a dear brother. Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. This is great. You will connect. I'm not kidding you. Next year we will finish off what the way I came up short this year. Rain with him in the house. Good to see you. Love the handle. Love the name. I love the name. What wonderful people we have hanging out at Pilled Foxhole. Thanks everyone for coming by and saying your hellos. It is great to see each and every one of you. Raid on Antifa is with us. My brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's get on over to D Live. I'm sure that we have sailors hanging out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Miss 320 in the house. Got to visit with her. She gave me a wonderful, almost wore it tonight. Almost wore the Leon Russell shirt she gave me. It's freaking bad to the bone. I love it. Let's see. Jayla17 is with us. Good to see you. Amethyst Cat. I hope your left hand is healing, my dear, from breaking it. That is just crazy. Crazy. The story. Oh, man. It's a tough thing. Rick Carmen is in the house. Dark Brain is with us. Dandy 002. The Spudleys. Spudley in the house. Syllabore. A bunch of people here I met. I met Syllabore. It was wonderful. I met up with Rick Carmen. That was great. Bad Zoot right there. Finally got to catch up with our dear friend Kate. Great to see you, and thank you for your hospitality and your generosity, my dear. Wonderful to have you aboard. Who else we got hanging out over here? Who else? I'm bound to miss somebody. Artist61. She texted me last night. She goes, Zo, there are fireflies everywhere. It made me giggle and think of you because I was like a little kid. I was like a little kid when I saw fireflies again. I hadn't seen fireflies in over 50 years since I was a little boy in New Jersey. And holy smokes, that was amazing. That was amazing. It took me back. It took me back to that little innocent part of your life where, boy, it is so hot in this garage. My air conditioner's not even cutting it, not even putting a dent in it. I swear it's blowing warm air. I'll just turn you off right now then. Be like that. Be like that. Gloria Paddock in the house. Mad Pogue is with us. Wonderful. All our friends are here aplenty. Thank you all for coming by and hanging out. Lynn Winters is with us. Lightning bugs gone where Willie lives. Well, they were still kicking butt in Michigan, let me tell you. Let's jump on over to Twitch and see what's happening there. Why am I logged out of Twitch? Let's log back in. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, I got to go back here. Why does this happen? Something bizarre happening. I shouldn't be logged out of Twitch. Twitch should be up and running beautifully. Here we go. Okay. Whoops. Shit. Okay, there we go. I should be back up and live. I'm live at Twitch. Yes, we have people at Twitch. I see R. Charlie. I see Mellow December. I see Miss Susan Danielle. Fiddle D in the house. Wonderful to have you all aboard over there. Well, who am I missing? I got Twitch, I got D Live, I got YouTube, I got Rumble, I got Pilled. That is wonderful. We checked in everywhere. Joe Elaine is there. Oh, this is wonderful. Folks, thank you all for rejoining me here on the Mystery Ship. It's been Dan, it's been weeks and weeks since I weeks and weeks since I broadcast in my regular time slot. This is me back home once again. Oh, I need that air conditioner. I need it more than you could ever know. It is currently, I think it's 104 here in Oregon, and they are saying the next few days here are going to be brutal. Monday 107, Tuesday 106, Wednesday 105, Thursday 104, and then miraculously on Friday it tapers down to just 99. So Oregon enjoying the same heat spell that apparently the rest of the country is seeing. Crazy. As you know, it is Sunday night. Sunday night is famous for a couple of things. It's famous for the mystery ship. And it's famous for the mystery ship being a prize night. I have a prize that I picked up along the road that I will be giving out tonight when we come back from this video right here. We'll be back right after this video right here, just like that.
Why do we sail upon the mystery ship? 'Cause we never know where we'll go next.
Okay, now hang on a second. Before I play this, I need to tell everybody I want you to play. I want you to pay extremely close attention. Tonight's prize is going to be based on this video, okay? You've been seeing it for at least 2 months now since I redid this. So pay very close attention because the prize depends on what questions you can answer. Here we go.
Next.
Am I? I'm good. I'm good. Okay, this is the point where I take a moment and thank the beautiful, beautiful people who watch this show, who come and hang out with me 2 or 3 nights a week, and on Saturdays when I do my classic rock show. I do run a tight shipwreck. That is a fact. In fact, it gets wrecked more and more every single time I come back. I go away and I come back, and I have to relearn my system. It's crazy. I owe a deep bit of gratitude to my dear brother, Cosmic Grandpa, who met me in my hotel room. First of all, the Three Beer Men put me up in lavish surroundings there in Pittsburgh. Thank you kindly, gentlemen. I was a guest star on Three Beer Men that night, and then Cosmic says, "Hey, Three Beer Men want to do you a solid. We're putting you up," and they put me up in a very, very nice place, the DoubleTree in downtown Pittsburgh. Let me tell you, folks, beautiful, beautiful hotel. You in the coming weeks, you're going to be seeing all kinds of interesting footage from my trip. I've saved hundreds and hundreds of clips, and I'm just going to surprise you with little ditties here and there. Little interesting stuff that maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't seen, bits and pieces. I went some cool places, and damn it, had I only been able to finish the trip, because I had so many more that I wanted to share with you. But for instance, while I was in New York, I stopped a couple places at the old home of CBGB's. Nothing but a distant memory at this point. But I also stopped in on a little street called St. Mark's Place, where they shot the front cover of the album, the Led Zeppelin album, Physical Graffiti. And I've got all that on video. I've shared it. I think most of you have probably seen that by now. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It is nice to be home, people. Let me tell you. I want to say this. When I first awoke in that Pittsburgh hotel with incredible chest pain, it scared the crap out of me. It really did, because I've shared this before, and I'll share it again. The male, all of the male people, what am I saying, the males, including the females, everyone on my dad's side who has my last name, I don't think they made it past 70. Actually, I think the average age is 66 or 67. Heart attacks, cancer, all kinds of lousy, lousy stuff runs through my dad's side of the family. Now, fortunately for me, I've got freckles and lily white skin, and my beard used to be red. I do take a fair amount after my mother's British side, so they live to be 100. I'm really hoping that I'm running the perfect gamut between the two, and I'll live at least to be 80. That's what I'm hoping for, 80 minimum. But I awoke in that damn hotel room and was scared to death. I got up at 4 a.m. and walked around in circles and drank some water, and I couldn't breathe. My heart was just pounding I had everything but the pain in my left arm. I thought for sure I was having a heart attack. I damn near called 911. That's how freaked out I was. It finally subsided. But the bitch was, it happened again the next day. The next day. That's when I knew I was in trouble. I was halfway to Spazzo Yeti's place when it wasn't going away this time. It wasn't going away. So I called home. First I talked to Mrs. Zoe. She has a doctor at her place of where she works. And I described my symptoms, and the doctor there said, "Don't be foolish, get your ass to a hospital." I then called my brother, who is a year and a half my junior. My brother just recently spent 3 days in a hospital in LA because of heart problems. So here I had two pretty good sources of reference, and both of them said, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Get your ass to a hospital." So I did. And I will say there was a wonderful, wonderful crowd out in Somerset, Pennsylvania, at a hospital called PRMC. The wonderful people there set my mind at ease. At least they told me they were at least able to confirm that I was not having a heart attack. Okay, when you have a heart attack, your heart releases a very specific traceable enzyme into your bloodstream. And they tested me not once but twice to make sure there wasn't a false negative. And they said, "Dude, you're not having a heart attack." And I said, "Great." But they did say, as to why you're having that pain in your chest, we're extremely concerned. We are recommending you cut your trip short and immediately return home. They wanted me to see a cardiologist within 72 hours. I foolishly continued on. I went and spent the night at Spazzo Yeti's place. Actually felt pretty good the next morning. Didn't have the same symptoms, although I did have some residual pain in my chest. From there, I went up into Maine and saw my cousin. I spent the night with Willie Fixit and Hannah Michelle down in Connecticut. From there, I went to hang out with my brother Bruce from Three Beer Men, the Batman, who we had a wonderful time. A wonderful time. He put together another get-together out on Long Island where I got to see my brother Rick Carmen, and I got to meet Anka Vanka. Anka Vanka came out. I have to thank her. She drove through, like the worst Saturday night rush hour traffic, and she came a very long way just to meet me, and it meant the world to me. She brought me a present, which was this. She is a very, very good cook. She made this Russian delicacy. It is a dark chocolate log about this big. It's got cakes and cookies and nuts and goodies on the inside. It's a chocolate stick about this big and about that big around. She calls it Big Mike's. Big Mike's. I don't know. Yeah, she about killed me. But it was my brother, the Batman, who said, "Look, people are very concerned about you, man." And I have to give a huge shout out to my brother, the Texan, and my dear brother, Belushi. These two guys spearheaded a fundraiser called Operation Get Zo Home. And they were more than successful. You wonderful people at every one of these channels, that I'm broadcasting on, you have my heartfelt thanks, and Mrs. Zo thanks you from the bottom of her heart. You guys put together the scratch to get me and my motorcycle home, and I got to tell you, when Bruce first said, "Dude, we want to fly you home, we want to ship your motorcycle home," I was immediately dead set against it. But the more he talked about it, and the more I thought about it, I knew it was the right thing to do. And let me tell you why I honestly believe it is divine intervention. I am very thankful, very, very thankful, and very grateful to all of the beautiful people. And I have every one of your names, and you will be receiving some kind of very, very special thing from me. I promise you. God bless every one of you. When I decided that, yeah, that is the right thing, I really should get my butt home and get to go see a doctor. Man, I wasn't home for 24 hours when I went to see my cardiologist, who turned and said, "Go get your ass in that hospital." So I went next door, and Jake checked me in, and I was in the hospital for over 24 hours while they ran all kinds of testing on me. It's you guys who saved me. And let me tell you why I say this is divine intervention. What they believe I experienced was probably heat stroke from going through the deserts. When I went through Phoenix, it was 117, and I drove through that for like 4 or 5 hours. I remember riding along, and the back of my legs were just burning from the heat coming off of my motor and the heat outside. I would take a bottle of water and pour it all over myself, and I would be bone dry in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. But the real reason I believe that this was divine intervention is because had I continued on my journey, let's say I threw caution to the wind and said, "Screw it, I'll take my chances with my heart." I would have gone down into North Carolina. I would have seen, of course, PWG, and then my mother, and then gone down and seen Krusty, and down into see Florida, where I would have hung out with, of course, Joe Elaine and Gloria Paddock and a few others there. I would be there right about now. I would be in Florida literally right now working, and I would be planning on working my way across the Gulf states and then over Pikes Peak and up into Washington to see due diligence and then come home. And seriously, they are experiencing, Joe Elaine sent this to me. It's unbelievable. They have got a heat index down there of 113. 113 freaking degrees right now. Excessive heat warning in Florida. Values up to 115. Indexes up to 112 expected. This is extreme heat and humidity will significantly increase the potential for heat-related illnesses, particularly for those working or participating in outdoor activities like riding a motorcycle. Folks, I probably would have been toast, okay? I probably would have corked somewhere along the road there in the South. I think that, damn it, I just chose the wrong time of year. Well, and the reason I went now, the whole reason I went now is the last few times I have been anywhere near Pikes Peak, it's been snowing. And I figured, damn it, if I go in August, that's got to be my best chance of going up and over the top of that thing, because snow and motorcycles, they just don't go together. I'm sure you people know that. I want to go over Pikes Peak. And in speaking with yet another friend, she reminded me that at over 14,000 feet, the extremely thin air and stuff, that could have also been probably detrimental to my health at the moment. So I think God stepped in and slapped me upside the head and said, "Dude, what the hell are you doing? Go home and get this checked out." And I'm very, very glad that I did. I did learn some very important things about myself that I need to change, some changes in my diet and stuff. But the bottom line, people, is that I have survived the heat stroke that it's funny. Goober noticed it. If you look at the video of me visiting the Texan and I got to meet and got to broadcast a show together. If you look at my face in that video, I look like I have a couple of tomatoes for cheeks. Seriously, I look like freaking Santa Claus. My face is so freaking red. Clearly, I was suffering from heat stroke and just didn't realize. I'm just such a stubborn old snot that I just keep going. But it could have been, man, it could have been ugly. It could have been ugly. I'm glad it wasn't. And again, from the bottom of my heart and Mrs. Zoe's heart, I don't know how to properly thank you, wonderful people, for your donations, getting me home, and my bike will get delivered here sometime in the next week or so. I'm not worried. We found a very good and capable truck line that specializes in moving motorcycles. So I feel good about that. I feel good about that. Mrs. Zoe and I have, it's wonderful to be back home and be hanging out with her. We stayed up very, very late last night. At 1 o'clock in the morning, we had chairs set up in the yard, and we hung out outside in the dark from 1 o'clock to about 3:45 last night. There was a meteor shower. One of the most remarkable meteor showers that the U.S. is going to see. It's going to continue until I think September the 6th. But last night was, they say, one of the most favorable nights to watch because the moon was down to nothing and it was dark. And up here on our mountain, where there is no light pollution, Mrs. Zoe and I were just amazed. We're absolutely amazed by the funny thing is we lay down and I look up and about 4 minutes in I see shoo, there goes one. I go, wow, there's one. And Mrs. Zoe was setting her blankets up. She's like, what? I go, yeah, you just missed one. One went by. And she's like, oh, I don't believe it. So she's adjusting her blankets again and shoo, there goes another one. I go, honey, you missed another one. We finally she lay back down, and then a third little winky one went by, and then there were some big ones, some little ones. It was actually I had never sat and just taken in a meteor shower before, but this was spectacular. There was one in particular that was freaking phenomenal. I mean, it was almost like daylight, like a bolt of lightning kind of a deal. Really, really cool. Really cool to take in the meteor shower. So if you're not doing anything tonight about 2:30 in the morning, I suggest you set up a chaise lounge out in your yard and make sure there's no light pollution around you, and check out the meteor shower because it is really something to behold. Now, speaking of something to behold, you can hold on to this right here. This is tonight's gift. Yep, this is tonight's prize. I obtained this little bag at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. See where it says USA made? Yes, baby. USA made. This is a good bag. This is tonight's prize. I'm going to give this away to our winner. Now, our winner needs to be a little bit perspicacious. And by that, I mean visually and analytically aware. Now, you know, I told you. I remember my boss when I was a little kid. I told you, you never paid no attention. No, I never paid no attention. I told you, TOLLU. I told you. Okay, did you pay attention to Zoe's break? Because in that break, one of the photographs, people, one of the photographs shows a series of Pepsi cans. Yes, Pepsi cans, I believe, from the 50s right up to today. So to win tonight's prize, you see this old Pepsi can? Yeah, how many of you remember this? That's how they used to, that's how soda cans used to be back when they had a, the peel-off strip. Everybody remembers those. Well, at least you young'uns might not, but us oldies, us old guys, we remember when soda cans actually, they were hard rimmed on the bottom and, clamped at the top and the bottom. I want to know what year was this soda can part of the Pepsi generation. It's on. It's on. It's in my video. Now, do you need a hint? Do you need a hint? Let's see. It all depends on, first of all, let's get the number broadcasting on the bottom of the screen. That's going to be the first step in the right direction, so they know a place to call. Oh, where the hell's my phone? That could be a problem. Okay, that could be a real big reason why nobody's calling is because the phone was laying on the floor for the last 53 minutes. I must have knocked it off when I first got in here. So, what year is the Pepsi can? And let me see what I can do about. We've got a call. We have got a call. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be EO2 Dave. Davey, how you doing, my brother?
Oh, I'm wonderful, my captain.
Yeah, great
so
to talk to you. Great to talk to you, my brother. What?
Listen, I have so much on my mind.
Yeah.
And this contest really doesn't. It's not part of it at all.
Really?
But I had a few observations. If you were interested.
You have an observation?
Yeah, I had a few observations about your trip.
Oh well, do share. I'm wide open.
Well, first of all, you have to understand that I don't plan trips the same way you do. Neither does the Texan. We plan trips. We know exactly where we're going to be, what time we're going to be there.
You're truckers.
we're truckers.
Yeah, I mean your payload depends upon it. There's people waiting on the other end, right?
Our paycheck depended on it.
Yes.
Okay, now the other thing is I want you to remember 2 years ago I told you, before you go taking off on a fucking motorcycle, you need some support. You need somebody following behind you that can get you out of the elements and trailer that bike in case of emergency. And I don't know if you remember that or not, but that's just I told you so. Okay.
Yeah, that is a very good I told you so.
Okay, now listen. Last year you took off and you got caught in a snowstorm and you almost froze your ass off.
I remember. Okay? I remember it only too well, my brother.
This year you went through a fucking heat storm that almost killed you. Okay?
Yeah. I guess so far, man. I'm covering all the elements. I'm not leaving anything behind.
Okay, now listen. This is what I'm thinking, and if I win the lottery, I'll buy the equipment necessary and come drive it. I promise. Okay, but in the meantime, we could have a fun drive. And with a little bit of planning, we could raise the money to take you across the country safely with an entourage to protect you and your bike, okay? And we could plan meetings and actually show up at places all across the country where people could come meet us.
You mean like I just suggested to my brother Frank that he do with I told Frank when I was on his show that he needs to rent like a little mini Winnie, Winnebago, those little, because it's just him and his wife and Aurora. I said, Frank, you need to do like a 1 month cross the country trip and announce 12 places that you're going to be. Meanwhile, you broadcast live from the road every night. And he raised an eyebrow. He kind of thought that might be an interesting thing to do. I think it would be great. I think it'd be great for his show. I think he he would be surprised at how many people would actually show up.
Well, yeah, that's all wonderful for Frank. Okay, don't get me started. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think he treated you like shit when you were on the show, to tell you the truth.
Oh,
Okay.
no. He's a great dude.
Yeah, I do. He disrespected you, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? For what you bring to his show and the way he handled you, it was unacceptable to me. Now, that's just my opinion. Okay? But,
Okay. I had a great time, man. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So, I mean, we were laughing and joking right up to the time we got out of there. So,
well, I'm sure you were, but to watch the show for 20 minutes before he put you on camera, to me, was an insult.
oh no,
Okay.
dude, I have to disagree with you, Dave. Every single, I don't care if he has Kurt Schilling or freaking Roseanne Barr or whoever his guest is. He always, his first 20 minutes of his show, or his grab bag, and he that's just that's just the way his show
Well,
starts.
that's my problem. He disrespects them all. Okay, he just. That's it. I'll let it go with that.
Yeah.
The guy bugs me. Okay, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Right.
Okay, and the thing is that I want you to know I'm so glad you're home. Okay.
Me too, brother.
And
Me too. If I was down
I'm
in
so glad
Florida
you're
right
home.
now,
I
braving,
always worry about you when you're out there. Okay, because it's so insane. And I was 16 years old when I hitchhiked across this United States, and I made it in 10 days from California to Illinois. Okay, but that was a whole different story from way things are right now. Okay, but I'm glad you're home.
Thank you, my brother.
Let's work on getting some support behind you when you make these trips. Okay, all we have to do is just dream it, and it'll happen.
Yeah, I hear you, Dave. I greatly appreciate the call, my brother. Thank you as always, and I will explore that. I think you're right. I think it would be. There's something to be said for choosing designated spots and saying, "Hey, on this day, I am going to be here. If you want to come down and hang out, and get yourself a coffee mug from your brother so or something like that." I like what you're putting out there, Dave.
Hey, I love you, bro.
Love you too, man. And again,
Been
dude,
waiting a long time to talk to you.
I know, man. I don't know if you saw the video or not, where the night before I apologized to you in my show, saying, "Man, Dave and I had wanted to do this freaking, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame together, but it was this time was just so flying by the seat of my pants, I couldn't."
I did not see that, and to tell you the truth, that would have been fantastic. Okay, but to tell you the truth, I don't think I was really up for it.
It was.
And
it was.
It would have cost me $500 in gas.
Oh, absolutely.
So and I would have done it if you would have called out and said, "Hey, I'm going to be here," I probably would have done it.
If I could have given you, say, "Dave, in 5 days, I'm going to be at the Rock," then it would have been a way different story. But yeah,
I would have been there, and I would have charged it. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the way this trip went, Dave, I went up through Missouri, up into Illinois, then I hit the northwest corner of Indiana, and then I went way down south, deep in Indiana, to meet our friend Kate, and then I came up to Indianapolis to meet Silvor. Then I went north again. I was like zigzagging man. I can't wait to see my Google Maps. It's going to be crazy. But I love you, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the call, my man.
Hey, love you too, bro.
Right at you
Take
too.
care.
Okay. That is EO2 Dave, a solid supporter of this program and many others. A wonderful, wonderful human being. All right. Do you have any guesses? The phone is up and running. Do you have any guesses as to what year this can was the can that if you went to the store to buy a 6-pack of Pepsi Cola, this was the can you would have purchased. If you have an idea, I want you to call in and tell me the year. Why, Rick Carmen, how the heck are you doing, brother?
Zozo, how you doing?
I am doing groovy. Absolutely groovy, man.
I'm calling you in because I know the man that invented the can that had no seam on the bottom. I actually met him. I think it was early 70s. He was the grandfather of my neighbor.
Really?
Okay? And if you think back in time, the first time we saw a can that wasn't seamed on the bottom
Right.
was those little pudding cups that were like 3 or 4 ounces.
Oh, yeah. The Hunts and, yeah. I remember them.
Those are and I know the man that invented that. He obviously sold the patent, and it was used all over the place. I'm thinking that I met him in the early 70s, and he actually had a press in his garage where he presses a can, a seamless bottomless can in his garage. And so for you to bring this up, it's like, I know this point in history. I know the man that actually invented the process. So
I have a related bit of news for you. You see the top part of the can with the pull tab?
Right.
So my grandfather, Charles Theodore Asbury, who never worked a day in his life because his father was immensely wealthy, he created the pop-top can. He sold the patent to Alcoa, I think for $1 million back in the mid-'60s. And that's why it only took a few years later and pull tabs were everywhere. But this can in particular has a pull tab, but it still has, as you pointed out, the solid sealed bottom and the seamed side. You know, it wasn't the smooth can that you're talking about. So very cool.
Well, it's a small world, right?
It is a small world.
All the people that we know are coming together to modern technology, you know?
It's crazy. Crazy how time flies right along.
It certainly does.
I love you, my brother. It was great to see you out in Long Island.
Take care, son.
I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.
Okay.
Bye. Rick was a huge proponent in getting me home. I dearly love my brother, Rick Carmen. Thank you, Rick, for your enormous efforts in helping get me and my bike home. Well, here's a new caller. We have a caller from the 530 area code. Welcome aboard the mystery ship.
Hey, it's Ray's mom.
All right. How's it going, little lady?
Pretty good.
All right. Do you have a guess?
I think it's the 1970s can.
You are very, very close. Very, very close. So close, but yet so far. You are right there. So you guessed 1970?
Yep.
Yeah. This close, by the hair on my chin. By the hair on my chin.
Right.
But it's an excellent guess, and great to talk to you.
Yes,
That's one fine young man you raised there, Raid's mom. Thanks a lot.
I believe it is. Yes, I believe he is.
Well done, my dear. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, all right. Any guesses? Any guesses? Tell me what year you would have found this soda can on the shelves of your local grocery store. Do we know? Is this Gloria Paddock?
It is, Zozo.
Hello, Bug. How the heck are you doing, little lady?
We're warm down here.
I bet. I'm very sorry I did not get to... I was so excited about doing that show with you, and Cosmac finally fixed my problems so that we could have done it, and then next year.
Well, next year.
Next year for sure.
Yes.
And definitely going to be in a cooler month, I promise you, not August.
It's just unusually hot this year, and when we're dry, I mean, everything's kind of crunchy, so it's like, ooh. Anyway, I'm guessing 1971.
Well, I have a little bit of news for you. Look at this. Look at the picture on your screen. You will find that you are the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yes, that is exactly right. 1971 is correct. This shows how far in advance your brother Zoe chooses these pictures. Happen to have this can. Happen to find that picture. Happen to think to myself, boy, that would make a great mystery ship challenge one night. Well done, little lady. I am going to send you this wonderful bag from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that I brought home some goodies in. And the good news is I have your address. So you are golden. You don't have to do anything but sit and wait for the mailbox to fill up with one of my yellow envelopes. Are you surviving the heat down there? Or is it going to be?
It's warm. It's very warm. I get in the car going home, and you know how you have the thermometer on your car?
Oh, yeah.
And it's the actual temperature itself is over 100 in the car.
Ouch.
And you've got the heat index with it, too. So it's been triple digit, like for a good week.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked
one day it was it felt like 118. Yeah.
God, I worked in Scottsdale, Arizona, and seriously, we took towels from the hotel and we had to drape them over the steering wheel because if you didn't, you couldn't grab your steering wheel. I don't care if you have the air conditioner on or what.
The side of the car.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hot.
Gloria, congratulations on being a winner on the mystery ship. Well done, little lady. Well done. I'm going to show that picture one more time.
I'm so glad your help and everything is
thanks,
good.
kiddo. I am going to be
really worried about you.
I'm going to be fine and dandy. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Good. That's good.
Thanks so much for calling in.
All right, big hugs, though.
All right, kiddo. Love you lots.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Well, there is our winner for tonight. That is Gloria Paddock. She gets herself this beautiful bag, and it's a perfect little mini grab bag. Sometimes you don't need the giant, like the mystery ship bag. Sometimes you just need a little quick and dirty to tote stuff around in, and this one comes from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I visited. I did about a 15-minute video on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you have not seen it, you can see it over on my YouTube channel, where I uploaded, I think about 20 videos during this trip. It has been very cool. Oh, look, we had several people make some good guesses. Very, very good guesses over on YouTube. But it's the one who called in and won. Well done, Gloria. Well done. Way to pay attention. Okay, I've got another video. I have another video here. Where is it? Yes, there it is right there. Okay. I'm glad I've got this all queued up. We're going to be back immediately following this video right here. Right here.
Hello, Foxhole. How y'all doing, fam? Good to see you hanging out with Zosodude. You know who he is. You wouldn't be seeing this right now, so... Cheers to you, my friends. Uncle Krusty says hello. Peace out.
Hi, this is Judy the Lady Pug, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
This is Tanette Booth, and you are watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
This is Salty and Nuts, and you're watching Zosodude on The Mystery Ship.
This is a biblicist, and most likely you're going to hell, but not if you watch The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
Right. This is Ryan, our Cloaked Unseen World, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
Hey, this is Leonard with The Shit Show, and you're watching The Mystery Ship and Zosodude 77. Enjoy.
This is Sheree Maddox from LJ, Georgia, and you're on The Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
Hi, everybody. This is Vicki Holyfield, and you are watching Zosodude 77 on The Mystery Ship.
This is Friendly Gator from St. Petersburg, Florida, and you're on board the Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
Hi, it's Joe Elaine, and we're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
This is Gloria Paddock, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
Hey guys, this is Bruce Q. Wayne, aka the Batman from Three Beermen, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with our good captain, Zosodude.
This is Andy Girl 13, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
Hi, this is Susan Danielle, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
This is your brother Belushi, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
Hi, this is Carrie Lake from St. Pete, Florida, and you're watching Zosodude 77, The Mystery Ship.
You're hanging out on the Mystery Ship with our captain, the Zosodude.
Hey, it's M1911 Zoom, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude.
I'm Neoma.
And I'm Neo. And you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
I'm EO2 Dave, and you're watching Zosodude 77 on The Mystery Ship.
This is Barefoot Patriotess from Tampa, Florida, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zosodude 77.
This is Rob, aka Syllabore, and you are watching Zosodude 77 on The Mystery Ship.
Welcome aboard The Mystery Ship, where we go one, we go all.
An incredible group of folks right there. And, I wanted to update that with this year's version. Now, I cannot play it. I can't play it with its natural sound because of one of the channels I'm broadcasting on in particular. However, it just so happens that, damn it, where is it here? Yes, it's right there. If I take this and I put it like this, and then I do this, then I can read this. I can read these lyrics like a poem, which I think is wonderful. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's not everybody. It's not everybody, but this is a great amount of the people I met on this year's trip across the country. Let me play this for you while I do a very dramatic reading of a poem written by a gentleman named Bernie Taupin. All right, here we go. Let's see how well I can do this. Bingo and go. I hope the day will be a lighter highway, for friends are found on every road. Can you ever think of any better way for the lost and weary travelers to go? Making friends for the world to see. Let the people know you got what you need. With a friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends are there, then everything's all right. It seems to me a crime that we should age. These fragile times should never slip us by. A time you never can or shall erase. As friends together watch their childhood fly. Making friends for all the world to see. Let the people know you got what you need. With a friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends are there, then everything's all right. people, I got to tell you, it's been my pleasure to wander around this country and bump into all of these different people who are no longer just little names in my chat. Okay, they are people that I met in person, people I gave big bear hugs to, people I broadcast with, people I consider my close friends. It has been a wonderful experience. I really wish I could have finished her off. I really do. But there will be other years, you know. I got sooner or later I'm gonna get this right. I really am. Last year, come on now. Come on. Where's my... There we go. That's what I'm doing wrong. Last year I went too early. Last year I went too freaking early, and I froze my ass off up in Montana and Idaho. This year I went too late, and I damn near cooked myself in a microwave in Phoenix and in Texas. Holy cow! I got to get this right. I do understand what Dave, EO2 Dave, is recommending, but it kind of, and I applaud the idea and his willingness to want to help, but I think he's right in that I should have more of a hard set plan in place. You know, I mean, this time I knew how I wanted to do it. I knew how I wanted to go through the country. I didn't have any hard set dates because, based on previous experience riding through the country, you never know what can happen. There are some days when you just feel the need to pull over and stop riding for the day, and there are other days when you can just keep going and going and going. I will say next year will be a far better venture because, man, I learned several things about this motorcycle of mine. Number one, there's a bunch of features that I absolutely love about the motorcycle. It is great. It is wonderful to have a fairing. That is a beautiful thing. I could ride down the road listening to, quite frankly, blaring through my speakers. I could hear the show for the first time ever. All those other years when I would have my phone in my pocket and I've got my earbuds in and I'm trying to listen over the sound of my motor, it didn't work. But having the shows blaring through my speakers, I got to listen to Uncle Krusty. Oh my goodness, I got to listen to a bunch of shows right through the fairing. So I love that. I love having the GPS. That is a great addition to any motorcyclist's, not having to have 14 phones hooked up to my handlebars really, really helps. A couple of frustrating things. This year, as you guys know, this isn't it, but I have a GoPro that literally sits right on my head. So as I'm driving, you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, and that didn't happen this year. I tried to make it work. It was a variety of things. Patience is the big one. But I will get that rectified because I love the aspect of showing, my two hands on the handlebars. You guys can see the speedometer. You guys can see the road. If I turn and I look at something over there that's interesting, you guys can see it too, as if you're riding on the bike with me. That is the way to tour the country. I already have enough feedback from you guys saying, man, I love it when you do that. So I've got to get that fixed. The seat on that new motorcycle has got to go. That thing is, Wow, it is uncomfortable. I will say, I've been in a significant amount of back pain since I've gotten home, and it's because that bike beat the living shit out of me. I'm going to be looking at the shocks and looking at the seat. There's something dramatically different between that bike and my, 16-year-old Road King. My Road King will go over bumps and dips, and you don't even feel it. It's got the most comfortable seat known to. It's like riding on a Barco Lounger. It is so wonderful. Criminy. This new bike leaves a lot to be desired in the seat department. So there's that. Yeah, every bit of this is an adventure. I understand what Dave is saying about having a road crew with you, and it's nice to have a safety net. That's true, but to some small degree, I just kind of think it takes away from the whole premise of the thing, which is one man, one motorcycle against the world, going out against the elements, whether it be rain, snow, heat, wind. Lord, I've seen them all. And, that's what motorcycling is all about, is braving the elements. So I do hear you, Dave. I do hear you. Interesting. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to crank open the phones for a few minutes. It is, let me see what happened here. Is that working? I hope it's working. Okay. The phone had been turned off, but I'm turning it back on. Prairie Fire says, will one of those Mustang seats make a difference? Oh, abso-freaking-lutely it will. It's the difference between night and day, my friend. So I'm checking into it. I'm looking in. I'll make it work. I will. Oh, let me, I need to bring up a couple of really wonderful things that happened on my trip. Oh, here's the Batman. He'll help me. He will help me. My good friend, Bruce Q. Wayne, how are you doing, brother?
Hello, brother. How you doing, man?
I am doing great, man. I was just reviewing, just before the show tonight, I was reviewing some of the footage in my phone. I've got some great stuff of you and me that I'm going to be sharing. It's going to be.
Do you have the stuff? Do you have the stuff from Happy Foot and Shishi? The motorcycles?
I don't know that I shot footage there. I think I took a couple of pictures, but
okay, I got a picture that they sent me of you
really?
and two of the. Yeah. So just tell everybody what happened, and I hit you up in the chat, but you're not paying attention.
Hey, dude, I got five. I got 5 chats going. It's a little hard to keep up with all of them.
I know. That's why you need moderators. But my question to you is, didn't she work out all your kinks after the bike?
Oh, she did. She did. I think by the time I had seen her, I had already gone through the most brutal part of my trip, which is, I'm sorry to say, the state of Pennsylvania. Holy crap. That they ought to call it Potholes Anonymous. I think that's what PA stands for. God Almighty, that state's freeway system beat the snot out of me.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
But you know what? I'm glad she was able to help you out.
Oh,
because,
it was a beautiful thing, man.
Dude, I've been with her 5 years. She's the first one who understands the flow of energy, the meridians, and people think it's one of these happy ending places, which pisses me off all the time. Because it's so not.
Yeah.
It's so not that.
No, it was 100% legit. Just so to catch everybody up who's listening, I had 2 absolutely wonderful things happen to me on this trip. When I was in Kansas City, my friend Abe Sinclair set me up with a float. at one of those float houses, and it was phenomenal. And then my brother Bruce here set me up with his personal masseuse, who worked me over like a rag doll. And I mean, when it was all over, I just lay there, and she said, "Time to go." I go, let me enjoy this for a couple of minutes. Just let me just lay here for a minute.
Yeah. They have timed appointments.
Oh man.
They have timed appointments. But she used the hot stones on you, didn't she?
Oh yes. That was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, very, very professional. That was a wonderful, wonderful massage, man. Thank you kindly.
You are quite welcome.
If you recall, I came home that night and I said, "Dude, I just want to crawl in bed and enjoy every minute of this while it lasts." You know.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
It was great. It was great.
I was hoping to go out more and go out and see a couple of bands or something, but we really didn't have the time. And I just wanted you to rest, man. You were like beat up, and I've been seeing bands all week long anyway.
Yeah, you're on like a spree right now, dude. So.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. But the woman's coming into town. Elvia's going to be in town.
Good for you.
The 25th. My Princesa Peruana.
There you
and
go.
And then we're going down to Florida for my mom's 84th or 85th birthday party for Labor Day weekend.
Well,
I planned a little party for moms, so everybody keep us in prayer. We're going to be jumping around. Mom's coming up with a nurse aide from her nursing home, and my sisters are all coming in. 4 of my 5 children are going to be there, which I'm actually rather surprised at because they didn't want to meet Elvia, but here they go. Now they're gonna.
All right, my man, brother, I very much appreciate the call. Thanks so much for everything, and thanks for handling my bike and just all of that, man.
It's all good, brother. Look, it's about getting your ass home to Mrs. Zoe. She missed you more than anything.
She really was worried on this one, man. So.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks.
Well, we got that covered. And one last thing, just do a shout out. You keep forgetting Salty Nuts in the house. I don't know if he's out there.
I spoke with him a couple times today. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because Salty and I, after I got the idea to do it, I called Salty. We were just bullshitting. And I'm like, I want to get Zoso home. Got to get his ass home. This is not good. I have an idea, and I told him my idea about the airports and getting everything ready. And then he goes, dude, just call and book everything, line up everything, just don't pay for it yet. Get it lined up and approach him with it. I had to twist your arm pretty hard to get you to say yes. I really did.
I was kind of hell-bent on riding home. I really was, because it just kind of... But I know now that we absolutely did the right thing. Hands down, we did the right thing. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, brother.
Yeah, God spoke to me and said, get Zoso home.
You think I would have heard it. Yeah, loud and clear.
I heard it for you, so that's all that matters.
If your friends are there, then everything's all right, buddy.
Ain't that the truth? All right, God bless, brother.
Take care,
God bless to everybody out there in the Foxhole Land, Rumble, wherever you're streaming. Not on YouTube, or yes on YouTube?
I am on YouTube, yes.
Brother Zoe on YouTube.
Yes.
Check him out.
We got some wonderful folks over there tonight.
God bless. Man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Much love, everybody. Peace out from Batman.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Bruce is... He's very right. I was a little headstrong at first about not flying home and just riding home, but I think in hindsight that would have probably been a really dumb idea. Son of a gun. I think everything happened exactly the way God intended for it to happen, and I thank everybody involved. You guys are you're the most beautiful people ever. TL, my man, how is it going, buddy?
It is going great, Zoso. It is very good to talk to you.
Oh, man.
I had to call. I had to call.
I'm glad
and
you
you know,
did.
when I have to call, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
I have to explain to our good brother, my dear brother, Dave, that to us that are Franklies, first of all, I wouldn't know you without Frank, and, well, also Craig Mason. So, but it's kind of in the same, they're kind of hand in glove. I wouldn't even know who you were, okay, if it weren't for Frank. But all of us that are Frank fans, I'm serious. In the chat, if you can see the D-Live chat, I'm sure some of the other chats are the same way. That was honestly, and I commented this on your YouTube too, I go, that was one of my favorite, quite frankly, episodes ever. And if you know Frank, Dave, I got to tell you, Frank was in awe of Zoso, and he ran his show a half hour long, which he never does.
I've seen him go 5 minutes, but not a half hour. That's freaking, yeah.
He was mesmerized by your stories and your pictures, and it was just, I was too. I was like, wow, because I've seen some of these pictures, I go, dude, that is so many. He's just, dude, he was there.
Oh, man. It was,
it was
a
that
gas.
whole thing with the kid, is that legit? The kid that wrote in and said I was the kid?
He's supposed to be sending me the young man's email address so I can confer with him, but I mean, if it is him, I guess the kid to be like 14 or 15. If
yeah, he said he was 14. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would be, my question for the kid is what side of the stage you were on, because like Frank pointed out, it's very likely that more than one person got crushed that day. I mean, dude, you know me, I'm not a little guy, and
you're
I
got
pulled down and stomped on. So and I was only 25, 26 at the time. So,
but
yeah.
If that is it, if that's the kid, man, what a small world! How amazing is that?
That he was listening to the show that night and heard me tell the story. Crazy cool.
Dude, we were all just so proud to know you on that, because I love Frank. I listen to Frank because at the time of day, I'm still working and stuff. I don't have time to really be in the chats, but I listen to it almost every day and have for many, many years.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
And, we were just into it. And I was, frankly, it was like a magical moment, like the between you guys, and I know that's going to sound corny to people that aren't into it, but it really was. There was there was some bro love going on big time. It was very difficult. He was really you can just tell you guys connected.
Oh, dude,
really,
absolutely, dude. He really is a laid back guy. One thing I would love is, and they're working on it, right next door to Frank's studio, they have a beautiful green room. I mean, when you walk outside the studio, they've got a lavish. It's a very, very nice setup. And
I've kind of seen it when they show the cat occasionally.
Yeah, right. So his brother is also an extremely accomplished YouTuber with 3.
Well, Anthony's got
3 million viewers
than everybody combined. Does
3 million viewers. So Anthony's doing pretty well for himself. But around the corner is where they have their band set up, so they have 4 different rooms there, and
that's great.
And it's all wired in and pumped in, so that one day while he's live, they'll be able to go next door and start jamming and show it on the Quite Frankly show. I think that's they're working out the bugs right now, but I would love to strap on a guitar and go jamming with him and say, hey, dude, make sure your bass player shows up before the end of the... Let's go jam on some Zeppelin tunes,
Dude, they're that one step away from being the Ed Sullivan show before the internet.
Yeah, dude, I had a wonderful time, and we laughed and joked all the way to the end. When I left, I forgot my helmet, and he goes, dude, you might need this, so we were rolling.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. You actually included that in the last video, right? Yeah.
That's cool. Great dude, and a lot of fun.
Well, I'm so glad you're home safe. Me and Mrs. were praying
for you.
We love you very much, and I'm going to let you go. But I just wanted to say that was real special, and we love you. And Dave, don't have hard feelings towards Quite Frankly, because he really does love Zoe, and you treated him very well.
He's a great dude. Yeah, we had a blast.
All right, Brad.
Thanks for the call. But always great to talk to you. He's right. I'm going to kill this phone one more time because I got a couple other corny things to share. Yes, I had an absolutely wonderful time, both before and after the show, hanging with Frank. Last time I was there, we were rushed. This time there was plenty of time, and he has remodeled the studio. It was way more comfortable. It was so ice cold and comfortable in that studio. They are extremely professional. That is no fooling around productions right there. Frank's got it going on. That whole studio setup with 5 mics, five cameras. The possibilities are endless on what he can do, and that is one of the most well produced, and they work their asses off on that show, and it shows. So my huge thanks goes out to Frank. Thanks for staying a little bit late with me. In fact, a half hour late. That was awesome. Some funny things have been going on since I was last home. Let me share with you guys. This is insanity. This is absolutely insanity. Okay, let me pull this up. Where is it? Right outside my door. Right outside my door, people, is a giant live animal trap. A giant live animal trap. I think I've spoken about this before, but we have been having a problem with bears. We have a bear. He is a big bear. And when I say a big bear, I'm telling you, this bear shows up. And that's my porch. That is a freezer. That is a freezer that has been pulled off of my porch and turned upside down with all of its contents spilled out on the ground. Let me see if I can get a better... Here we go. Sure. Let's go here. Can you go X? And just send that along. Okay. I think that's going to work. Let's see if it made its way to my inbox or not. Come on, baby. You can do this. So Mrs. Zoe, the whole time that I have been gone on my trip, she has been putting up with this freaking bear. And he was coming. This bear was showing up night after night after night. And just, I'm not kidding you, people. Tearing it up. He would take, every night, he would open up the freezer, just like a human being. Open the freezer up, pull everything out, and then drag the freezer off of the porch, unplugging it in the process, and throwing it out on the lawn where he scoops out the rest of the food. He's gone through all of our hamburger, and this bear has a lot of balls, okay? So it has finally gotten to the point where it's unbearable, okay? This freaking bear, it's us or the bear. Let me show you a couple more videos, because these are different days, okay? This is Monday. That is Monday. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. See how the freaking freezer is in a different position every night. Some nights he actually takes it all the way out. So I don't know if you've ever had to deal with bears, but they're a pain in the ass. So then she called to the Department of Fish and Game, and they brought a large bear trap. You see that? It's a live animal trap. It is currently set up. It's currently set up in the yard, and we shall see. I mean, you can see how big this live animal trap is. That's compared to the car. So that the truck. We have got a freaking bear problem here. According to the Department of Fish and Game, bears are they're becoming brazen. Okay, they used to just come around once every 6 months. Nobody minds that. You find a a trash can upside down once a year. Well, who gives a rat's ass? But night after night after night, having your freezer emptied with a hungry bear. I mean, these guys are they're becoming domesticated. They really are. So we got to figure out a way to stop this guy from eating all of our food. I'm hoping that he goes inside there tonight. That would be. I'm dying to see him. I've seen him at night when I've been driving, but I've never seen him in person. So I'm looking forward to catching the bear. That will be a good one. All right, let me turn this. Let me get here for just a second, and let me turn that off. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Folks, it is the time of the week where we specifically ask for prayer for certain folks that we know are in need. And man, it's been rough lately, people. We've had a lot of people with a lot of different ailments, and I know firsthand that prayer is the key. Prayer is the answer. It is amazing. By going and meeting our brother, Dave MC. I mean, 6 months ago, the man was confined to a bed, and now he is driving his truck out to meet us for pizza. This is a guy who had bone marrow transplant surgery. This is nothing to take lightly, okay? This is God hard at work with your prayers, and I just want to thank all of you for what you do. So please don't forget to keep these wonderful people that I'm about to mention in your prayers. Pray for them. Pray for their families. Pray for their extended families. It's so important. I'd like to start off, but I was reminded tonight, seeing our dear brother Leonard. Would you please continue to pray for that family? It wasn't that long ago we lost our brother Leonard, and I know that it's going to be a very, very long year for that family. Sons and daughters who don't have a dad anymore, and a wife who no longer has a husband. You can imagine when holidays come around, like Father's Day or Leonard's birthday. These are going to be particularly difficult days for that family. Please keep Amber and the children in your prayers. The Fishburne family, just keep them in your prayers, folks. Don't forget them. And again, my hat goes out. I spoke with Amber a number of times, and you wonderful, wonderful people who donated to that family in their hour of need. You're just amazing. God bless all of you. God bless all of you. Our friend Susan Danielle up there in upstate New York. I didn't get a chance to see Susan this time, but she is just struggling with foot pain. I've seen the X-rays. The doctors want to do some serious surgery to her feet. Like inserting titanium screws and all that. And, she's trying to run a farm by herself, essentially. Please keep our dear friend Susan Danielle in your prayers, that her pain is alleviated. That is the secret, that her pain is alleviated. Our brother Dave Mick, we were just talking about him. He's not out of the woods yet, people. It's going to be a while before he is, as we say, good as new. He's battling leukemia. So please continue to keep our brother Dave Mick in your prayers. It's great to see him in the chats. Great to know that he's up and about. Please continue to keep this man in your prayers if you would. Our sister Amethyst Cat, our little kitty, has broken her hand. She described it to me. She tripped and fell, and I guess, it's just painful even thinking about it. The poor girl, of course, it's her main hand. She is left-handed, so that's the hand she used to break her fall and broke her hand. It's going to be there's a million bones in there. I know because I've broken mine. See that big old bump? It's not supposed to be like that. So, yeah, extremely painful, and it takes a long time to heal. Please keep our dear sister Amethyst Cat in your prayers, that she heals perfectly. Our sister Prayer Warrior Girl, she shared with us that unfortunately one of her family members that we had been praying for passed away. This is very difficult for any family. Would you please keep Prayer Warrior Girl and her extended family in your prayers as they reel from the loss of a family member? It's most difficult. It is extremely difficult. Please keep them in your prayers. Son of a green card. This is a gentleman who is a devout believer, and it is, talk about divine intervention. This man was in a motorcycle accident involving I think he hit an animal. He was in the hospital with a smashed face and a swollen brain, and the doctors didn't have a whole lot of hope. But this is the amazing thing about the power of prayer, folks. It works. Combined with belief, a devout belief, you can't argue with the power of prayer. This man today is back home with his family, going about his business. Please continue to keep them in your prayers. He's going to need some reconstructive surgery to put him back where he used to be. Please just keep them in your prayers, and that he would just continue to heal at the amazing rate that God has set forth for him. Peggy Dancer is one of our friends. She's a quite frankly friend. Peggy, over a year ago, actually just about a year ago, was bitten by a Japanese beetle, which it had some severe consequences on her body. Things like she lost the whole top layer of skin off her body, and other less than delightful. Just please, she's continuing to wrestle with the repercussions of this. Please keep her in your prayers. Peggy Dancer, I see her just brand new and shiny new, healed. May God bless this woman from head to toe. Please keep Peggy Dancer in your prayers, if you would. Our dear brother Rich Koschmeider is, Rich should be the first to tell you that he's no spring chicken. But Rich is also taking care of his elderly mother. And that is not easy. That's not easy for a young person. Would you please keep the both of them, Rich Koschmeider and his mom, keep them in your prayers, that her health continues to improve, and that Rich finds the wherewithal to just keep on keeping on. Okay? Keep up that fight to take care of his mother. Speaking of mothers who need prayer, that would be two of them that I know right off the get-go. One is my brother Joey Mormon, who I got to meet on this past trip. It was great to see Joey again, and we kind of did a hangout together in his attic one Saturday night. But his mother had knee replacement surgery, and the truth is now she needs the other knee done. This is tremendously difficult on a woman in her 80s who has to climb stairs to go to bed. So would you please keep Joey Mormon's mom in your prayers, and keep Joey in your prayers too, because he's also dealing with, he has to go and see his dad every day. His dad is now in a home. There is good news on his dad. They had misdiagnosed him and were giving him the wrong medicines and stuff. That's all straightened out, and Joey says he's doing remarkably well. So his memory has come back. Everything is good, but just keep the Mormon family in your prayers, if you would. There is a dear lady I really wanted to see. Timing was just between my folks, between my the heat stroke that I had and everything else. Timing just didn't permit me to. I really wanted to go see our friend Robin Tepfer, Robin Murphy, One Blue Iris. We love this woman. She has been a staunch supporter of this show from day one. An awesome lady. I did not get to meet up with her. I really wanted to. I had hoped that it would work out. It just wasn't. Timing wasn't in our favor this time. She is in need of our prayers, folks. She shared with me that she's continuing to just have tough days, very, very tough days. Please keep her in your prayers. Please keep Robin Tepfer in your prayers. Our sister R. Charlie is someone. Boy, now I can understand the severity of breathing problems. Having been there myself, please keep our dear sister R. Charlie in your prayers. She's going to see a cardiologist coming up in September. It's a strange thing. You can't see a cardiologist in like 10 days. It's like 8 weeks, 12 weeks. It's crazy. They are very much in demand here. But she needs our prayers, folks. Please pray for her continued good health, and just don't forget her. Our Charlie. Our brother Bruce and his mother. He's going to see her next week, thank goodness. I think that is a wonderful thing. But she has the onset of either dementia or, God forbid, Parkinson's. And this is going to be a difficult journey for their family. I pray that she hangs in there and that they have nothing but wonderful, wonderful days together. Please keep Bruce and his mom and their whole family in your prayers, but please keep his mom. Keep his mom in prayers. I pray she has a wonderful, wonderful birthday with her family all around her. That is the best thing you can hope for. Our sister down in Georgia, Cherie Maddox, and her husband Dave. This is nothing short of amazing. Cherie has been treating her husband homeopathically. She has been researching and doing studies. She has reduced the cancer in her husband's body down to a minuscule of what it was. She's baffling the doctors are asking her, what are you doing for him? Because it's working. But what is also working is our prayers. Please keep Dave. Keep Dave in your prayers that he has a full recovery. A great guy. I got to meet the two of them last year, and I would have liked to have seen them this year, but hey, we do what we can when we can. Our brother Salty Nuts has had a reoccurrence with a pain in his throat, and this is not good, folks. As you know, he had throat cancer. He underwent treatments for it and got a clean bill of health a year ago. But something is not quite right, and he has an appointment with his doctor upcoming. I would like to ask you to please continue to pray for our friend Salty Nuts, that the doctors find and recognize and correctly treat whatever he has going on in his throat right now. There was a young man who had surgery on his brain. His name is Trey Fulton. His father is a broadcaster on D Live. This young man's chances, even the best odds, are just not that favorable for him to lead a long and fruitful life. Folks, would you keep this young man in your prayers? Trey Fulton is his name. Please keep him in your prayers. I'm seeing that Syllabor's wife is seeing a specialist this coming Wednesday. I'm not quite sure what her ailment is, but he is asking for prayers for his wife. Would you please keep Syllabor's wife in your prayers? A great guy. I got to meet him on this go around. It was awesome. Let's not forget him. All right, folks, that is about all we have for tonight's Mystery Ship. It is a pleasure to be back again. I love all of you guys. It is so much fun to be back where I belong. I'm going to have to cut off the YouTube, because if I play my regular exit song, I'm going to get in trouble. So the best thing I can do is shut that down. So I'm going to say goodnight to my wonderful YouTubers right now. Great to see you all. Peggy Dancer, Gloria Paddock, Gray Bear, Mud Wabbit, Jane's Peach. Oh my goodness, it's been forever, sister. Great to see you. Norma Williams, Dusty Blue, all you guys. John Michael Karma. Wow. Thank you for hanging out with me over there. Great to see all of you. Man, oh man, that is great. Yes, I'm going to have to say goodbye over there, because if I play this next video, Zoso gets in big trouble. And we don't want to get in trouble. I just got my damn show up back over there. Okay? So, don't hold it against me when I say nighty-night and cut you off. We'll see you on the next exciting installment, or you can just pop over to one of the other channels where we will have the full exit video and say our goodnights and everything, just like we should. All right. Good night, YouTube. Good night, YouTube.